Hi guys, Michael here, and welcome to another opinions video. I always feel funny doing these because I kind of think to myself, why would people want to listen to this? But then I think, well, I do get asked, and surely somebody might want to listen if they're going to ask me questions. And I remember, I suppose this is the perfect place for me to do it, because it is my channel. So I suppose I have the right to do it if I wish. And I remember I do speak a lot, and if you don't like that kind of thing, don't just sit there listening to it and then say something like, this was boring, just close it. Close the video. I shouldn't have to tell you this. I'm sure you've got intelligence enough to know if you don't like this, just close the video. It's easy. But for those that do want to listen, I will carry on. So I was asked a few questions in email, so we're going to start with those. The first one is a very basic one I get, which is games. I suppose it's because I keep playing Red Dead Redemption 2 videos out. I've been asked what games I'm playing right now, what I'm looking forward to. So I'll tell you quickly, I have actually just started playing Hitman 2 and Just Cause 4. I'm having a little run around on that. Now, if you want to see some Hitman 2 videos where I'm doing, I don't know, killing people off or trying to find amusing ways to kill people, I don't mind doing that, just let me know. But yeah, they're okay. I've only just started them, so it's hard to know how much I like them. Red Dead Redemption 2 really did catch me by the throat, and it still has. I still love playing it. I'm actually on chapter 4 still, so it shows how much I've played. I've played the hell out of that game, and I'm still playing the hell out of it. Anyway, so yeah, Hitman 2, mainly Hitman 2 right now. I've always liked the Hitman 2, the Hitman series, I should say. Kind of played the first ones. And I played them. I played the first 2 or 3, to be honest. And then I don't know. I kind of felt a bit like samey. Like same old. It was just the same thing every time. So I kind of drifted away a little bit. But now I feel like I'm going to come back to it again, and because things should be updated now, so there's new stuff and that. Just Cause I think I played first one. And then I had to go with the second one, and I weren't impressed with it, so I didn't even finish playing it. I just shoved it to one side. Didn't bother with third, and then I thought, well, I'll have a look at this one, just see how it is. So, yeah, they're the two I'm on now, other than Red Dead Redemption 2. So, there you go. Next, talking of Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, somebody emailed me who plays the online version, and they were talking about the economy. Now, I did have a look into it. I didn't really know because I haven't been on the online version yet. I'm too busy enjoying the kind of single player part of it. Because I know if I get onto online, it'll probably take all my time up and I'll stop playing the single player. So I want to play that first. So I did look into it, and I was surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong. From what I know is they've either corrected it or they're correcting it. I know they're going to work on it, but I was surprised how bad the economy was. I'm surprised they didn't realise how far out that was, because it was kind of silly, really. Some things, like for example, you do a mission and get like $10 for it or something like that, and just one gun in the shops can cost like $600, $700, $800, even up to $1,000, and you get like $10 for doing a mission. That's a lot of missions you've got to do just to get a gun. And it weren't just guns. I mean, you've got to think you need all your tonics, you need your things that's going to put your cores up and all that kind of thing. Your health items, your stamina items, your dead eye items, and all this kind of stuff. And you've got to pay for all that, and all of it were costing a good amount of money each time. And you only getting small amounts of money for doing things. I mean, like people were saying, we're doing videos trying to help out, saying, oh yeah, here's a good way to make money. Just, like for instance, kill birds, for example. And, you could take them in and get, a few dollars for this and a few dollars. It was really like scraping the dollars together. And then you'd buy one thing and all that work had gone on buying this one thing. And it was like, I was surprised they were that far out. Because Rockstar are quite clued up, actually. They're a really good company. They've let some really incredible games out. But I suppose the important thing at the end of the day is that the people spoke out, and Rockstar got straight onto it and said, they tweeted and said, look, we're going to sort it, basically. I'm not big for reading out loads of tweets and things like that. I might put it up on screen, but you can read it yourself. But basically they went, we're going to sort it, don't worry about it, and we'll go from there. It's all good. But I do respect when a company kind of gets straight onto something, and tries to fix it. So I do respect that. That's a good thing. I think you can forgive them they having the economy wrong. It's just like one thing in amongst a lot of things. There's a lot of good things to it. There's been a lot of praise for Red Dead 2 Online. So this was just one thing. Although the economy in a game is a vital thing, very, very vital. So it was important. But once that's sorted, I don't think there'll be too many other problems with that. It was just mainly sorting that out. And it just shows Rockstar's character that they'll get straight onto that and sort it. I love it because sometimes a lot of these companies, you'll complain, and a lot will do it, and then they don't do anything about it, or they make you wait months before they actually do it, or they'll say, oh, we'll roll a patch out soon, and then the patch is a couple of months down the line, and it's poorly done. But Rockstar's really shown some class, and yeah, I've been happy with that. And I will be going online eventually, and hopefully when I go online, most of these bugs. Yes, you could say I'm being lazy here because I'm going to let the bugs get sorted for me. And when the bugs are sorted, hopefully I'll get online, and I might record some footage with that. And hopefully, if some of you are playing Red Dead 2, then I might see you on there, and we'll get a posse going. In fact, some of you might already have a posse, and I'll just join you. I don't care. I'm not proud. I'm not one of them that's like, because I have the YouTube channel, I must be in charge. I'm not that kind of person. I don't really care. At the end of the day, I'm there to enjoy the game, and I can enjoy the game either as a leader of a posse or whatever, or group, or I can enjoy the game as just following along and having fun. So either way, it's all about having fun. So yeah, well done Rockstar on that one. Bethesda, on the other hand, oh Bethesda, yay, they've messed up with Fallout 76. Has been nothing but a cluster. You know the saying. And what am I saying? Usually I'm never afraid to swear. It's been nothing but a clusterfuck, and it's just been really bad. It really has, and it's just gone from worse to worse to worse. So when it first came out, everybody was just trashing on it because it was just not good. There were a lot of things in it that just weren't working, and it was, people just weren't enjoying the game. And there were a lot of bad comments on it. Then they did this thing where they did like a Power Armor edition that people could buy, Fallout 76 Power Armor edition, where you would get these canvas bags, and they actually sent you these canvas bags out that were to do with the game. And instead, because they actually did a tweet saying that the canvas, I think it was a tweet, saying that the canvas bags were going to cost too much to make. So they sent them out these like nylon bags or something like that. They weren't anywhere near like the canvas bags. Now, yeah, it's only a small thing. It's a bit of a bag, but of course you do pay for it. So customers wanted the canvas bags, and as it turns out, the canvas bags weren't that much to make anyway. And you're not going to have millions of people buying Power Armor Edition anyway. So it's not like you need to make millions of them. But at the end of the day, you did make that agreement, and people were like, well, yeah, alright, it's just a bag, but I want what I paid for. So eventually, I am going to read a tweet out, and I'll put it up on screen as well, but from Bethesda it said, we are finalising manufacturing plans for replacement canvas bags for the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition. If you purchase the Collector's Edition, please visit, and then there's like a link, and it says, and submit a ticket by 31st of January 2019. We'll arrange to send you a replacement as soon as the bags are ready. So they did agree to get the bags done, which of course you would think that'd be it. No problem, no harm, no foul. Just like Rockstar sorting on the economy, you'd think that's it. The bag problem's over. Well, the bag problem kind of was over, but then Bethesda went and screwed up another way. So what happened was people started submitting tickets. Those who bought the Power Armor Edition started putting tickets forward, and the problem was that some people logged onto their accounts to put tickets forward, and what they got instead were like a notification thing, and on it had list all the people that had posted a ticket. So, and it weren't just that. It was the like telephone number, credit card number, address, name, everything, just about everything private that they put into that Bethesda knew about them was kind of listed. And these people were only logging on to do a ticket, and they find notifications where they were seeing literally a long list. There is actually pictures on Reddit, I think. They're actually seeing a long list of names of people who had opened a ticket to say, after reading this tweet about the canvas bags, to put in a ticket to say, yes, I want my canvas bag. But when they opened these tickets up separately, it actually listed the person's name, it listed the telephone number, where they lived, and the credit card number. It were proper bad. So, I mean, yeah, alright. Email, I can't remember if there was an email there, but if emails are there, that's no problem. You can always start another email account up, or if you've got spare email addresses, use one of them, or whatever. You can sort that out, and you can delete any email that's leaked. That's no problem. Even credit cards, to some extent, if you know it's happened, then you can just ring up your bank and say, my credit card number got leaked online, can you just close that down, send me a new card? And they'll send you a new card with a new number, no harm, no foul. But that's if you know about it. I mean, if you don't, because I mean, I don't think they emailed everybody saying who'd been leaked, because they probably didn't know for sure who had exactly. So it would probably just like, they'll do a notification for people to read. And if somebody didn't read them, or didn't read it for a few days, their credit card's been out there could have been getting used by people for a few days and hurting the bank account and that. So yeah, this were really bad. But the worst thing is like your address. People don't. You're not just going to get up and move your house. Move house to a new place because it got leaked. But you could be stalked and everything from that. Telephone number. Yeah, you can get your telephone number changed, but then you've got to change it with everybody who knows you. And you could be getting all sorts of bad phone calls and everything. It was really, really bad. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Bethesda's sorry for it, of course they are. I mean, it wasn't like they did it on purpose, but that doesn't matter. If you're gonna do this, if you're gonna get people to give you personal information, you've got to have the means to keep that private. That's the deal. This is why people get paranoid about putting the details into things. I do. I admit, I don't like putting my personal details into things, because I'm always afraid that things are going to get leaked because a mistake's going to be made, and it's always the customers that suffer for it. So in this case, they should have made extra careful that all this was sorted, and they didn't, and it's come back to bite me. You can bet. I mean, it's not closed, it's not finished yet, because there'll probably be. It's possible you could have lawsuits involved in everything, because these are people who have had their personal details, put out there when you sign up for things like Bethesda games or any games really, and you have to put your details in the kind of terms of service or contracts and that you usually have to agree to. They agree to keep all your personal details private. So if they fail to do that, that's on them, and that's a lot of trouble that they could end up getting in. So I don't know. I just think there's going to be a lot of trouble in that one, and I'll keep you posted on what happens on that one. But it looks like it's going to be bad. Yeah, I'm glad personally, and I didn't go for Fallout 76 because I played Fallout 4 and I played like others before that. I think I played them all before that, but it just got a bit too. Like with Hitman, early on, it gets too samey for me. Did it with Assassin's Creed as well. I played the first couple of Assassin's Creeds and I stopped playing them because it was just the same thing all the time. You're jumping out, stabbing people with your wrist daggers and things like that. And it just kept feeling like it was same old, and I get bored with that. So I did with Fallout, to be honest. So I didn't bother with Fallout 76. And I'm glad I didn't, because it's just been a mess. It's been a mess. Now, the game itself was a mess. People were complaining and slating it and saying all nasty things about it. But, then with this bag thing, it's just completely messed up. So I'm glad I stayed out of it now. But I feel sorry for those people that have got caught up in it. But we'll have to see what Bethesda do to try and sort that one. And finally, I got asked about Pewdiepie and T-Series, which I suppose everybody knows about because it's been boosted up massively. So I'll say what I always say. One thing I respect about PewDiePie is I love his hustle. I respect his hustle like mad. He is so good at manipulation, and he knows how to manipulate. Now, this isn't me having a go at PewDiePie. It sounds like it when I say things like he can manipulate and all this, but it's not, because I respect his hustle. It's like I've said before. I'm sure Felix is a great guy, because Felix and PewDiePie, people need to realise, isn't the same thing. It's like me. I'm a lot quieter if you meet me in person, but if on here, I don't mind talking, and I'll argue anybody, I'll debate anybody on here. I came on here years ago, like 7 years ago, when I started my channel, but when I started doing videos. I did it because I wanted to learn get more confident. I've always said I don't give a shit about building my channel, and I don't. I've missed avenues of advancement purposely, because I'm not the kind of person who I'm not good in a crowd anyway. So I don't like spotlight, so I don't like the spotlight on me. It's not what I want. I feel uncomfortable in the spotlight. So I've missed avenues of advancement purposely. But this has always been for me just something to boost my confidence and keep my confidence high. And it's worked. I feel a lot more confident when, especially when I'm online like now. I've got Lordug. This is, even though I said hi, this is Michael, I feel like I slide into this Lordug persona where I'll just debate anyone. I'll have a go. I'll talk to anyone. I'll give my truthful opinion on things, and I don't care. Whereas in real life, I'm a little bit more different. I'm quieter, things like that. And I'm sure, the PewDiePie and Felix is, and I'm sure, and I think he's mentioned that before. He is different if you meet him, in real life off the internet. And I think if I knew PewDiePie in real life, I wouldn't like him. I wouldn't like PewDiePie as a friend. I really wouldn't. I don't think I'd like somebody who could be that manipulative. But I'm sure I would like Felix, because Felix, I'm sure, isn't that kind of person. He has the ability to be, because he does as PewDiePie, but I'm sure that doesn't come out. It's not naturally him, unless that persona, that PewDiePie persona, kicks in. And when I look, but this is the other side of me, you see, because when I'm online and I've slid this Lordug persona, I can look at things from more of a business way. I don't let emotions really get in the way. I look at things from business kind of way, and I can look at PewDiePie and think his hustle is amazing. His powers of manipulation over so many people is amazing. T-Series gave him a perfect opportunity. I've watched PewDiePie from time to time, not religiously, but I've watched his Social Blade. How many subscribers he makes like a day, and how many that transfers to over a month, etc. And the most I've seen him go up to is about 25,000-30,000 a day, which is a massive amount, of course, but still. So and that's at the most, and I've seen it go down as far as like 2,000 and 3,000 a day. And now he's on like 140, 150, maybe even 160,000 a day. And that's because of T-Series. That's thankful for T-Series, because T-Series came up so quickly. He like I say, PewDiePie won like 30,000 a day. T-Series won like 145,000 a day. So they were basically getting 100,000 a day on PewDiePie, bump consistently. So of course PewDiePie then jumped on that, and kind of, as they got closer and they got like a few million behind, PewDiePie basically turned it into a war against T-Series. We've got to hold them off. We've got to fight them. You're letting me down. 9-year-olds and all this, and and of course they all stepped up, and then he started to and then other YouTubers started to jump in on it, like Mr. Beast. And let's face it, Mr. Beast does it because at the end of the day he's getting a lot of shout outs from the biggest YouTuber, and it's done him good. Because Mr. Beast has been shown to be really working hard on PewDiePie's behalf. So of course, PewDiePie's fans have been going over to Mr. Beast and thanking him for support and subscribing. So Mr. Beast ain't stupid. He's doing the hustle too. He's helping out PewDiePie, but at the same time, he's certainly getting a lot of help for himself. So it's all this where they do it. Basically, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's how it works. And a lot have done this. PewDiePie's managed to bring loads of people into it. Even Markiplier and Jacksepticeye recently, Mr. Beast and many others. Plus the fans have been doing incredible things. Incredible things. You know, like people have been, you know, like even had a hacker that got like so many thousand printers to print off, you know, vote for, subscribe to PewDiePie, basically. I mean, he didn't do it. He didn't ask this hacker to do it. But I'm just saying the fans just automatically started doing things, and a hacker did this. And then you've got people who have been passing flyers out on streets, but making T-shirts where you subscribe to PewDiePie, or doing billboards and all sorts of things, just to keep him going. And what does PewDiePie do? He's sat at home with his feet up. It's so amazing. This is why I love his hustle. He does a video saying, come on guys, they're catching up, you've got to work harder, you've got to push harder, you're not working for me. And then when he's done video, he just goes and sits down, watches TV or whatever, and all these people are busting their ass to keep him afloat, and they're making him millions. Because you've got to remember, subscribers equal cash. He's going to make many more millions from all this work. I mean, it was 60 odd million not long ago. It's gone up so many million, like so many million in a few days or whatever. It's mad how many has gone up. And of course, are all these people who are subscribing or working for him or doing these billboards, are they going to make the money? Are they going to get a penny from this? Are they going to get anything at all from this? No, they're not. It's all going to go into Felix's bank account. It's all going to go into PewDiePie's bank account, and he's making millions from it. And it's like, and T-Series is probably going to pass him eventually anyway. But even if they do, then he can say, right guys, you've got to work harder because we've got to get out, we've got to chase them, we've got to take it back. So he's going to keep it going. He's going to milk this for all it's worth, and it makes me laugh because people are just putting so much money in his bank account. And of course, PewDiePie sits there saying, well, it's a bit of fun, I love them really, it's all this, and then he's like, come on guys, work harder. And they do. His hustle is incredible, and he knows how to manipulate all these people into busting their ass to work for him while he sits on his ass watching TV. I mean, is he out there? Is he buying billboard space? Is he making websites? Is he doing T-shirts? Is he out like, I don't know, doing fan signs or meet and greets and that to try and gain more subscribers? No, he's doing nothing. He doesn't do no. He does a video and then goes and sits down. And yet there's people out there who are actually going out purposely and doing these things for him and advertising for him, and he doesn't do a thing. He just sits on his arse. It is so incredible. His hustle is so incredible. I've got to admit, he's manipulating millions of people into advertising for him, and he hasn't left it. As far as I know, he hasn't left his house yet. Only advertising he does is when he makes a video for himself saying, "Come on, guys, work harder. I want you. Don't let them beat me," and that's it. And yet not one person said, well, when are you going to get out your house and do some advertising? It's your channel. Shouldn't you be advertising more than any of us? Shouldn't you be pushing your channel more than any of us? Shouldn't you be doing more work than any of us? You're doing it for your own channel. You don't do a thing. As far as I know, only picture they've got of him outside is when he went shopping. Otherwise, he's done nothing. He just makes a channel and just talks. And then that's it. He goes and sits down and millions of people run out their houses to advertise for him. It's insane. His manipulation techniques are incredible. And like I say, there's two sides to me. There's that side that's Lordug, like now where I'm sat talking online, and I have so much respect for how he does it, for how he manipulates, for how he can keep this going. And then I suppose on the other hand, when I'm just sat, when I'm not on the internet and I think about it, or if I talk to people about it, I kind of look at it like, well, why should anybody do anything for him when he's not getting off his arse and doing it for himself? You know, that, because if I wanted to really push my channel, I wouldn't just sit here saying, guys, push my channel for me. I'd be out there doing something about it, trying to push my channel. Or I'd be doing collaborations, or I'd be doing something as an incentive. You know, I might say, you know, if you do help me in a way, I don't know, I'll do a collab with you, or I'll get a server or something on some game and we'll all get in and do something together, or maybe go into a VR chat and all have some fun, just something. But he's not doing anything. He's just basically still doing his meme videos and still doing an odd TikTok video, and that's it. And then just telling people to work harder, and they do. It's incredible. Honestly. That's what you call. If you ever want to take any kind of tips on what to do on YouTube, that's how you do it. That is manipulation at its best. And people don't really realise they're doing it. They think they just, oh, it's all fun. Because he makes it like it's fun. Oh, it's all fun. We're just taking T-Series on for a bit of fun. Yeah, but it's still got millions going into his bank account. Oh, it's fun to him. It's funny as hell because he's just sat on his arse doing nothing while you lot are all running around after him and making him millions. That's all going to go into his bank account. You're not going to make a single cent out of it. You're not going to make anything out of it. Some of you are even creating things. Like T-shirts that's pulling you out of pocket. Is he paying it back? No. He just gives you a thank you and pats you on the head and says, well done. It shows you're working hard for me. And then that money's going into his account. He's going to make millions and millions off of this. And he's going to laugh all the way to bank while everybody else is just basically doing all this work for him. It's amazing. It really is. I have a lot of respect for his hustle. I really do. So yeah, that's it with PewDiePie. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I'll quickly mention this. I was asked also what I hated most about internet right now. And to be honest with you, I've just mentioned it. It's probably TikTok. When I think Musically went down, Vine and all that, I was kind of like, thank God, because it just kills me. But I think the worst thing about it is that when you have something that is so openly dedicated for kids to do things on, I think it always, and it don't feel like, for me, there's enough protection and filters on this to keep adults out, because adults do things on TikTok. And it's like there's way too many chances for bad people to be on there. I mean, if you look at some of the videos, there were a guy a bit ago, I think in his 20s, wears glasses, like baldish guy. And what happens is, if you don't know TikTok, you can, like, somebody will do a video, and it might be just them doing something, and then somebody else will come and kind of do a split screen where they try and react to what that person's doing. And you can look online and see it. Yeah, this guy came on and he started doing them with like youngish girls, probably in the like early teens. And when they did something that kind of came off screen, he'd do something like as if he were holding their hand or kissing them or something. And he was like in his 20s or so, and it were really uncomfortable to see, really. And I always find that thing is a problem for me. So I mean, it's like the kids just going on there and being silly. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the videos, and I feel like just kind of drilling, like kind of lobotomizing myself and drilling a hole in my head just to relieve the pressure of stupidity. But they are kids, so they're just having fun, they're just enjoying themselves. But when I see these adults come on and react and kind of do a split screen with a young girl or something like that, it just freaks me out. I just don't think there's enough protection on that kind of thing. And so, yeah, there's always a dark side to it, and that kind of worries me. So it's just me. I let that kind of thing get to me too much, but I never think the internet's protected enough. I always think it's too. Yeah, I always think a lot of things on the internet are too open. I'm very private. I don't like giving my details out to anything unless I really have to. So yeah, it's like this kind of thing bothers me, and because I don't trust people. I've seen in the years I've been on YouTube. I'm not just on YouTube, on the internet. I mean, I started on the internet like way back in 2000-ish. So I've been on like 15, 16 years, 17 years on this internet. And I've seen the best of people, and I've seen the worst of people. I've seen people who will do anything for anyone, who will sit and listen to you, who will help you out with anything. Hell, I've seen people who will even, if you need something, they'll send it you if you need it and that. There's such angels on here. But then again, I've seen the worst of people. I've seen people who have said such awful things and done such awful things, who have scammed people, threatened people, and yeah, done just some of the lowest shit you could imagine. And I've seen it all on here. So I tend to be very pessimistic when it comes to things like this, and I just think they're just not getting protected enough. I just don't think they are. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So we're done. I'm sure you're happy about that. This has now been getting over 30 minutes by the time I've done everything, I think. So it's been over 30 minutes of talking. I'm sorry about that, but if you sat through this, you're a legend. You're insane, but you're a legend. which is a good thing. And I will try and not do this too often. Honestly, I am going to do a video again soon though, because I have been asked about this diss tracks thing, and I was just going to do a bit of commenting about it, but it's kind of took a few turns recently. It's got more family orientated between Deji and KSI. So, as someone who's kind of felt that kind of thing, that kind of way it goes, whereas family gets involved, and you know how you get trouble with family. I know this recently. I've kind of felt it myself a little bit, so I'm just going to I'm just going to do a separate video for that. I want to see in a way a little bit more how it goes first, and but I'm going to do a video soon just talking about that on its own, because I feel it's going to take a while, and otherwise I'm done. So please, if you've listened to it all, please feel free to comment on anything that's interested you, whether you have been on the Red Dead Redemption 2 online and had problems with economy, or you want to mention that. If your information's been leaked about, but with Bethesda, let me know. Be interested to know. And yeah, otherwise it's all up to you. But thanks for listening, guys. If you have listened, then I'll see you again soon. You take really good care, and goodbye for now.